If he was pressuring you so much, why would he reduce the agreement from 6,000 to 3,000?
Because he said he cared, so he lowered it to 3,000. But even prior to that, the only reason why I agreed to begin with was post breakup, and even in other breakups during the relationship prior to this, he would always ask for the money. And to my understanding, it was actually never a loan.
But you just told us that after you broke up with him the first time, he kept harassing you, trying to get money back.
Yes, that's correct.
So he's doing it the second time. You can't say, I'm completely surprised that he would ask for the money back and claim that these were loans, because he had done it before. And when he's calling you and you say harassing you, what I'm seeing here is him asking for his money back that he gave you when he says he can't even eat.
At that point, I felt bad.
That you're taking all this money from him and now he can't eat?
No, that's not what it is, Your Honor.
Sounds like what it is from me.
Mr. Rodrigo, were you wishy-washy though at times?
At the beginning of the relationship, I was.
No,
I
like
wasn't.
no, as in like this year in April.
Oh, this year was wishy-washy? No.
In April, you weren't?
Put it up.
Yeah. That's you in the black, right? So you say, babe, I help you with the kindness of my heart. Don't have to repay me. I know I hold money over your head. I'm truly sorry, but did it because loved you, not to repay me. You know this.
Yeah, I was wishy-washy that part about repaying me, but eventually I didn't collect this money. I only wanted this money because then she started moving weird. What I mean by that is that she obviously had another man.
So it is because she is not engaging romantically with you
No,
anymore.
it's just because she needed the help with renting. Because she told me on the phone, and like I said, have other messages on Snap, her crying to me the same way, and I have a compassion because I don't want her to live in the street. That I felt like I had to step in because I also she cannot stay in my home, and she had to move out. So that's why I said I'll loan you the money for that small period of time.
Okay.
But on this particular text, it does sound like you're still trying to keep this relationship alive or breathe a little life back into it. You finish off by saying, how many sexy underwear you want me to get? That seems to me that you still are trying to use the money to try and keep a relationship.
No, we still had a little connection in there, but then obviously it just didn't work out.
All right.
The parties are excused while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you both.
This court is now in recess. You can step out.
Okay, I find myself surprised to say this, but this is really hard for me.
It is.
It's a really hard one. Because on the one hand, I'm not 100% convinced that these were all loans. I think some of them were loans. So I think where I'm leaning is that these texts that say, I help you with my kindness of my heart, don't have to repay me. That happened in April. It was several weeks after that we have 2 or 3 weeks of text messages. They're separated. This was not, he was threatening her and one time she said, I'll pay you back. But we have a week or 2 of text messages where she continuously says, I'll give you the money back. And then he says, I'm only asking for $3,000, not the $6,000 that we previously agreed to.
Yep.
To me, there's enough of a colorable dispute here that they settled it for $3,000.
I agree. It was a close call because
Very
obviously
close.
he didn't keep records of the money, and he did hold it over her head only when she broke up with him. But we have a lot of text from her acknowledging that she owed him money.
A lot. Yeah.
Ultimately, she agreed to pay him back $3,000, which was a discounted amount, and she had kind of acknowledged that.
And didn't dispute the $6K.
And didn't.
Right, didn't even.
So
Yeah.
she knew she owed him money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, how much is in dispute, but then they agreed to the
They agreed to a lower amount.
I say 3.
And also the fact that she admitted to deleting the Snapchat messages, we have to assume legally that it would favor him. But such a close call.
Was a close
It
call.
was.
The sexy underpants really got me thinking the other way, but
Ah,
All right, we have a verdict.
yes, we do.